Hello everyone, in this particular lecture we are going to discuss the pivot component in Oracle Data Integrator 12c. So with the help of pivot component we are going to summarize our data. But first I need to create source and target tables. So to explain the concept of pivot I need to first create source and target table. So this is going to be my source table, source underscore student, student ID, student name, course and marks. These are the attributes. Just execute this. Then this is going to be my target table. Student ID, name, networking, Java, C++. These are attributes. Let me just execute this. Okay. Now I need to insert values in my source table. So simply I'm going to execute this command. Okay. Just execute this. Commit. Select star from source underscore student. So this is going to be my source table. Okay. So in my source table I have students, different students, and course marks. So the reason it is repeating because this could be the second semester networking course. Okay. This could be maybe not second semester, this could be second term course. Okay. In a semester you can have multiple terms. So in the first term Alex has got 200 marks. In the second term of semester Alex has got 210 marks. Okay. This could be like this. Let me first query my target table. I need to first query my target table. So trg underscore student is my target table. Okay, this is my target table. So in my target table I have student ID, student name, look, networking, Java and C++. These are courses. This field, I need to show you the field. Course, networking, Java, C++, then networking, Java, C++, student name is Bob. This course, column field course has been converted to row. Okay, I need to show you. Networking, Java, C++. Now, let me just add these tables in ODI. I need to go to the model first. I will create a new model for my source underscore student table. Source underscore source underscore table is the name. Technology Oracle. Schema is this. Okay, source. Fine. No, schema name is this. trg underscore prod underscore ls. Okay, here I'm going to provide the table name. So the table name is this. Let's provide the exact table name. So it should be in capital. Okay, name should be in capital letters. So it will give me the table. Okay, now I need to reverse engineer it. Yes. Okay, the process is running and the process is completed. Source underscore table, this one. Okay, source underscore student. Now likewise I'm going to add one more table which is target underscore student. So I will click this, then reverse engineer. I need to provide target underscore student. Okay, reverse engineer target underscore student. Now next I'm going to create a new mapping, new pivot example. Click OK. First I will include the source table which is this source underscore student. Then I'm going to include this target underscore student. Then I'm going to include the pivot component. Okay. Let me just connect this with this. create attributes on source. Yes, I want to create these attributes here in this component. Okay, all attributes have been added. Networking. Okay, I need to connect this with this. Now I'm going to uncheck this option, create attributes on target. I don't want to include these attributes here in the pivot section. So I will uncheck this option, click OK. Student ID, student name, networking, Java, C++. Let me just click this pivot section. Now what I am going to do, I will first click attributes, student ID, fine, networking. In this expression, I'm going to add what? I'm going to student ID. Sorry, networking, I'm going to add marks. Fine. Then Java, I want in the Java column, I want to display marks. Marks, apply OK. C++ marks, click OK. Okay, journal. So aggregate function, I'm going to use the sum aggregate function. So by default it will be min. Okay, why I'm using the, what is the purpose of aggregate function here? Let me show you my source table first. So look, Alex, name is Alex, networking course is networking, marks 200 210. So these two marks will be added. So I'm going to get 410 in total. So this is the purpose of aggregate function. So I'm using the sum function, it is going to add marks. Okay, so if I'm using the, let's say if I'm using the min function, so I'm going to get the minimum value, so I will get 200 here. Okay, if I use the max function, so I will get 210. So since we are using the sum function, so this is going to add these two values and it will become 410. This will become 280 plus 260. Okay, now look, row locator. In this row locator section, what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide the attribute name which I want to convert in row form. So I want to convert this column into row. Which column? Course column. Apply. Okay, so this course column will be converted to row. Okay, target. So I will have network, Java, C++. Now next attributes. Okay, networking, define student name. Okay, okay, connector points, input connector, row locator. Okay, add 3 values. One is Java, then networking, then C++. Java, networking, C++, journal, attributes. Okay, networking, I'm going to select networking. In the Java, I'm going to select Java. C++, I'm going to select C++. Okay, now click OK. Journal. Okay, sum aggregate function, I'm using the sum. Row locator. Okay, I'm adding multiple values here. I've added multiple values. Let me just change it to Java, not J. Okay, save this. Networking, C++. Let me just have a single quote. Save. Okay, attributes. Okay, this will be Java. Okay, this will be C++. Okay, and this will be networking, which is okay. Now save this and execute the process. Execute the process, click OK. So This is going to execute the process. So the process is executed. I need to check my target table. So data is populated. Networking total marks are 410. Java 230. Bob networking total marks are 540. Okay. Now let me show you my source table. So in my source table, total marks for networking are 410. 200, 210, 410. Total marks for this subject. Networking, student name Bob, total marks are 540. I need to check 540. Networking 280, 260, and this will give me 540. Okay, now I need to show you the logs here. Okay, the first one, data is successfully inserted in my target table. So this is my, let me show you the SQL query. This is going to be my SQL query. Okay, now in the next lecture we are going to discuss the unpivot component. Okay, this one.